Hey guys, welcome back to another video on the channel. More Newcastle transfer news. Lots of big updates came out last night. The first one being Hugo Ekitike dropping a massive tease regarding his hamstring injury. I think it looks very good for Newcastle United now. As well as that, Dan Ashworth, our new director of football, travelled down to Wales to watch the Welsh under-21s take on the Netherlands. Of course, Sven Botman being featured in that match. And also we've got Roberto Carlos giving Joe Linton advice. I mean, just another normal day for Newcastle as always. And it also looks like Newcastle United finally dropped some information how people can buy season tickets for next year, which I think it's quite strange, the actual way to go about it. So we're going to talk about that in a bit. But anyway, guys, as always, you're new to the channel, make sure to head down there, hit that subscribe button, make sure to get down there and smash the like button as well. We'll keep you guys updated on all the content throughout this very long summer. And as well as that, you can also drop your thoughts down in the comment section. I'll try and get back to audience today. I'm sorry, I've been quite busy while I'm on holiday. But yeah, question of the day. Hugo Ekitike, would you still take him on Newcastle despite his second hamstring issue this year? But anyway though, let me know your thoughts on that. Without further ado, let's get into all the news now. First off, we're going to talk about things that Newcastle United fans should expect to happen this week, because especially with these two transfer sagas, we've got a lot of, not complications, but there seems to be a lot of delaying. These sagas are still going on despite the fact that this should really be done by now. So I think it's best to address this straight away and just let fans know what you should actually expect this week. First off, pre-season for Newcastle, you should expect more fixtures to be released this week. I don't think there'll be any more home matches. I think they'll all be away games. I expect a couple of UK away fixtures to get announced. I'm hoping there's some in Scotland. I really hope Newcastle get either Celtic or Rangers in the away match. That would be so good to go and do some videos up in Scotland. But if not, there'll be some UK away fixtures for Newcastle. I also expect another training camp abroad to happen as well. I remember Craig Hope a few days ago dropped one saying that Newcastle could be heading to Austria. So I do expect the training camp to pop up for a different country for Newcastle to head down to. But no matter what, guys, wherever Newcastle go, I will go. So yes, wherever Newcastle go, I will buy tickets and attend the game. So I'm looking forward to getting some videos done for them. But yeah, it's just a heads up. You should also expect as well about these season tickets to get announced. Obviously, we talked about it before. These season tickets, they're set to be in a loyalty scheme. Now that's quite weird. I don't know what they mean by a loyalty scheme. Or they're meaning that people who actually got rid of their season tickets a couple of years ago due to Mike Ashley, for them to get priority before anyone else, or do they mean that people who travel away matches? I don't know. I don't know what the loyalty scheme means. Now, I'm not going to bash the club yet because obviously it's not been announced, but I have absolutely no idea what they mean by a loyalty scheme. I really don't. So depending on what it is when it comes out, we'll decide my decision. But I mean, I've got a season ticket anyway. I've had a season ticket for 11 years, so it doesn't affect me. But just for our fans, because I know the demand now is ridiculous. I think it's about 50,000 people trying to get season tickets now, which is just what. So this was always going to happen if a takeover occurred, especially of one of this magnitude. So for the people who have obviously stuck by during those bleak years of Steve Reese and Mike Ashley, are definitely reaping the awards now. But what about the people that walked away, or the ones that didn't want to give Mike Ashley any more money? What will happen now to them? I don't know. I really don't know. But anyway, guys, what do you think about a loyalty scheme? Do you agree with it? And finally, the obvious part, expect more transfer activity to occur. I think particularly with outgoings, I haven't heard too much about outgoings at the minute, but I do expect a lot more to pop up. I think the likes of Gill, Clark, Dardo, those sort of ones I think will start creeping up the next couple of weeks as players that I just think need to go. This is just my opinion. I don't rate them one bit. I think there's a lot of players in that squad from 2016 that are just getting paychecks every week, really. Players that aren't adding to the team, players that are just simply just there to get some money. I don't want to try and sound like a dick to them, but it's just players there that just aren't pulling their weight anymore. We've had them for years, and because of Mike Ashley's stupid contracts, they're going to be quite hard to get rid of. But Dan Ashworth is an expert at being able to utilise players' attributes and promote them to our clubs. I think particularly with the Championship, expect a lot of activity to happen with outgoings there. And as for ingoings, once you sort out Ekitike and Botman, expect a lot more ingoings to pop up. A lot more players will be linked to, as well as Newcastle advancing our players. Newcastle will have a busy summer, there's no doubt about it. We just need to clear out these two players and make sure we can either get them in, or if it's not going to happen, go elsewhere. But we've got quite a lot to say about those two in just a moment. Lee Ryder from the Chronic, who actually managed to get an exclusive with Roberto Carlos about Joe Linton deserving a Brazil call-up. I mean, I don't know how he's managed that, but fair play, Lee. Roberto Carlos giving Jordan some advice. I've heard it all now. It is good to see, actually, because that's someone that Jordan will actually see himself and it will motivate him to do better. So that actually is a really good article from Lee Ryder. Here is some of Roberto Carlos's quotes about Jordan. Yeah, saying if he keeps up the good performances, his time at Brazil will come, and yeah, I agree with it. I mean, to be honest, there's nothing amazing said there, but the fact it's Roberto Carlos again is going to motivate Jordan. Just listen to the manager and listen to the fans. I mean, it's pretty obvious, but listen, his opinion does matter. But Jordan, I mean, if you told me a year ago that Jordan would be getting call-ups for Brazil or getting linked to Brazil, you would have called us a liar, because it's never ever going to happen under the previous manager and the previous owner, because he wasn't motivated, he was getting played out of position, and he was crap. What do I say? He was crap a year ago. His transformation under Eddie Howe has been exceptional, because Eddie Howe knows how to get average players and make them better players. He can utilise players and get the best out of them, and that's what a good manager does, and that's what we've lacked for years. And hopefully now, with a better transfer window, time to think about our signs, time to think about our moves, Newcastle will just naturally become a better club, and it's going to be very interesting to see how we do next season across all the teams. And I can't wait for it, honestly. 6 weeks until we get down to Lisbon now. I'm looking forward to it, but time, it will fly by like that. I can't wait to see what we do in this window and in the next season. Hugo Ekitike dropped a massive tease on his Twitter account yesterday. So, of course, against Mexico a few days ago, he pulled his hamstring 4 minutes into the game and he was taken off, which completely halted Newcastle's deal, because this is his second hamstring issue this year, and because of the fact that Newcastle are putting a £30 million bid, which has been agreed with the League One club, Newcastle had the choice to actually walk away and not take the risk for this player if it was a long-term injury. But Hugo Ekitike stuck out a update on his Twitter account yesterday with a few emojis, a smile emoji as well as the muscles emoji. Now, people may seem like it doesn't mean anything, but think about the player's mindset. Why would he put that on his Twitter account? It tells me one or two things personally. One, he's either not injured at all, so he's already back. Or two, it's nothing more than a short-term injury and it's nothing serious for him, which is great. It's not a full-on tear, which is the most important part. And my belief is that Newcastle will continue to go in for him and will sign him now. There's no issue there anymore. The only issue we have is the injury, which now seems to be cleared up on his Twitter account. So I think Newcastle will go in and sign the player. Yes, of course, someone else might pop out and nowhere, but I think the fact that the player's put down his Twitter account suggests to me that he's fine, and that's the most important part. So good news for Newcastle there. But is that a bit of foreshadowing? Will that injury pop up again during the season for us? I sure hope so. Or sure hope not. Sorry, I don't want him to get injured. My bad. No, I don't want that at all. I hope Newcastle, of course, deal with this. I feel like the fact he got injured 4 minutes of the game, it might be a bit of a warm-up issue there. We've got to make sure the players getting properly warmed up. But yeah, good news for Newcastle. I think we will go back in for him now and sign him now. I'm not too much of an ITK guy, but I do think this is good news for Newcastle. Finally on to Botman now and Dan Ashworth, because Botman played the first 45 minutes yesterday for the Netherlands under 21s, and Dan Ashworth travelled down to Wales to watch the game. Now, normally I would tell you that this is hands-on. He's went down there to see Botman. But believe it or not, Dan Ashworth's son plays for Wales. What is the chance of that his son plays for the opposition team? So you had a legit reason for being there other than Botman, so you could actually argue and go, well, he's not there for Botman at all. But obviously, due to how close his transfer is now and the fact that it's currently ongoing, he definitely went down there for Botman as well. And let's not kid ourselves. He will at least talk to Botman, if not scout him. He's down there 100% to see Botman as well as his son. Don't even consider arguing against that. He's obviously down there for that as well. But the fact that his son plays for Wales, it's never this simple with Newcastle. Why couldn't it be simple? But anyway, this was Botman's stats yesterday for the Netherlands. So he put in a really good performance with Dan Ashworth was watching. So good to see. I expect either today or tomorrow that some talks will take advance between Newcastle and the player once again. Now, at the minute, Newcastle are the current favourites to get him. There's not been much coming on the AC Milan side. It's been quite quiet over there. So you can either see it as a good thing or a bad thing. But I expect things to be finalised within the next few days. It's dragging on quite a bit now, and I know it's quite frustrating for some fans, but if we get him in, this will be a huge sign. I'm seeing some people pop out and saying, why are we trying to sign the player if he's not interested in this? I mean, Darren Grimes, for example, this stupid comment yesterday coming out and saying, why are we still trying to sign him? Well, I tell you why we're still trying to sign him, because he's best on what we have. He's such a good centre-half, and he admitted in January that he wanted to join the club. Amanda Stevie said so. So regardless of whether he wants to play for AC Milan or he wants to play for Newcastle as well, and this is an obvious sign they're going for. He's so good and would improve the team every single day of the week. So I don't know why these stupid comments come out yesterday, and he actually did annoy me, so I put in a little reply to him. But yeah, I just want to say now, yes, it's a bit frustrating, but the club has got every right to go for this player because he would improve the squad and he wants to play for us. He might want to play for AC Milan as well, but he definitely wants to play for Newcastle. We have evidence to say that. But anyway, though, we're going to finish things off there now, guys. Things are advancing with the two players now. I know things aren't going as quick as people would like. Yeah, things are good for Newcastle, don't get me wrong. They are good, it's just a bit slow. So I think that's why fans might be getting a bit anxious or frustrated. But things are looking good for Newcastle. He should keep believing in his owners. There's nothing to say that he should go against these people at all costs now. But yeah, patience is key. Patience is a virtue. And I'm expecting Newcastle to definitely get Hugo Ekitike and Botman. It looks positive at the minute, but of course anything could switch for him. So keep an eye out for that. But anyway, guys, take care. Of course, I will update you once the big news comes out regarding these two players. But thank you for watching. Take care. And yes, I will see you in the next one.